Thank you very much, Ryan Seacrest. All right, it's great to be back in Michigan, you guys. I'm from here, but I wasn't living here for a while. I actually went off to military school. Now, I know what you're thinking. Looking at me, you don't think that I went to military school. I look like an indoors kid. I went to a military school though, and everyone there, they were not like me at all. They were all crazy, they were always starting fights. I had to blend in. So what I did was I told everyone that I was from Detroit. I am not from Detroit. Most of you, by the looks of it, aren't from Detroit either. We love to say we're from Detroit, though. Nobody is more proud to be from Detroit than suburban middle-class white people. If you're not from the UP, you're from the Big D. We have to be honest with ourselves, though. We're about as Detroit as Taco Bell is Mexican. But we're so proud of it. People like my mom, you wear all the shirts that nobody from Detroit would ever wear. Stuff like, bitch, I'm from Detroit. Or Detroit versus everybody. I had to talk with my mom. I sat her down and I'm like, Mom, we're from Birmingham. We are the everybody. She was adamant. She was like, no, Beau, I know people from Detroit, and they actually wear this stuff. But by from Detroit, she just meant Southfield. My mom knows nothing about Detroit, but she's actually, for a 50-year-old white woman, she's pretty good with technology. My generation was born on technology. I was on the computer before I learned how to read. I had an iPod Touch before any of my friends. I was really cool. I was into the 4th grade one time playing on my iPod Touch, and I didn't realize that my iPod was on the family plan, so iCloud would sometimes download apps from family members without me knowing. So I was in the 4th grade, I was playing Temple Run on the iPod Touch, and then suddenly I got an alert that said, warning, your period will start in 2 days. I went up to my mom and I'm like, Mom, I have something I need to tell you. I think I'm becoming a woman. It's okay, we got it sorted out. It turns out that because I was on the family plan, we were all getting our period in 2 days. Oh, no, it wasn't. I hated being a child. I still am a child. I mean, really, my generation is just babies with depression and body hair. But I hated being a child. And everyone in my generation, we want to grow up so much. Everyone thinks that they're much older than they actually are. A friend of mine recently posted on Twitter, only real ones remember this. And it was a picture of the MEEP, the standardized math test that we had to stop taking only 4 years ago. I was like, we only stopped taking that 4 years ago. Why are you being nostalgic about this? And he blocked me. I do genuinely like my generation. I think we get a lot of shit. But you at least don't see baby boomers out there just like, oh man, you guys remember the great, 2008 financial crisis? That was a good time. Oh man, I think that it was just school that ruined my generation. We had all these weird assemblies. You guys had stranger danger and, drugs are bad and don't bully each other. I remember in middle school, we had the weirdest assembly. They would round all 500 of us up. They would take us to the gym, sit us down, and they'd yell at us, hey kids, don't send nudes to each other. They had to say that. But we were in middle school. I was 13 at the time. I don't think I'd have had a boner yet in my life. I didn't know that was an option until they told me not to do it. They had all these, they had 13 different examples. They were like, well, Jessica was up late one night, and then her boyfriend texted her, send pics, so she sent him child porn. Now, her life is ruined because everybody has those pictures. And it's weird because the nude-filled dystopia that they envisioned, not entirely wrong. The difference is there's no repercussions. Everyone in my graduating class had everyone else's nudes, and we were all just kind of okay with it. They might as well have been our yearbook photos. We were walking around to each other just like, hey, has your mom sent in your nudes yet? We're all fine. Like it's not ruining any of our lives, except for poor Jessica. It's so weird. I'm surprised that nudes haven't come out of our president yet, to be honest. I wouldn't even be that surprised if they did. I would just be like, oh, all right. I think that the weirdest thing he's done is he ruined red hats for everybody. I'm not joking. You can't wear red hats anymore. Like if you're walking down the street, I was walking down the street one time wearing just a plain red baseball cap. It didn't say anything on it. Not a big fan of his. And then across the street, I see this gigantic hulking man walking towards me real fast, and then his eyes widen when he sees my hat. He didn't say anything, but he gave me a look of, oh, you've got a lot of nerve to be wearing that hat around here in Detroit, buddy. I was in Southfield, but I wasn't gonna correct him. And then he started walking towards me real close with his hands clenched, and I was panicking. I was like, oh shit. And then as he gets closer, he still doesn't say anything. But then his eyes widen as he realizes my hat doesn't say anything. And he just gives me a look and is like, oh, I thought you were wearing one of those other hats. We're cool. And he left me alone. It's so weird. The president has ruined red hats for everybody. No single president has had this much power over the hat market since Abraham Lincoln. Thank you very much, everybody.